Before I take you through the details of this integrated suite of products, I'm going to very quickly tell you what this video comprises of. This overview is going to tell you what the sections that precede are about. Section 1 will be about the all-important manuals. The Go Math program comes in two parts. One is the primary for classes 3 to 5, and the second is the intermediate for middle school, that's classes 6 to 8. Section 2 of our training video will explain to you about the kit we provide, which is here on display and which comes in a mobile trolley. Section 3 of our video will take you through what we call Maths on Location. Maths on Location is a set of 4 DVDs which takes you into real-life situations where maths comes into use in daily life, accompanied by Maths on Location manuals. Part 4 of the training video is on our very favorite iTools. iTools also comes in two parts, one for the primary, one for the intermediate. iTools are interactive instructional tools, also called virtual tools, where you can play around things on an interactive whiteboard to supplement what you're actually doing in real life. So without much ado, we will move on to section 1, which is all about the manuals. The manuals, as I said, are in two parts. Primary is for classes 3 to 5 and intermediate is for classes 6 to 8. The activities, plans and games which are described in the manuals follow all three of State Board, ICSE and CBSE curriculum. It's because basically they're based on concepts and not entirely on curriculum. They follow completely the guidelines in the NCF, and you can rest assured that all concepts are covered very adequately. And I'll now take you to the next bit, which is section 2, which will talk about the kit and a demonstration of some of the manipulatives in the kit by actually choosing some of the activities in this book. The kit, the all-encompassing kit, comes in this mobile trolley bag, very clearly mentioned Go Math. All the components are in this actually, the manuals, the iTools and the Math on Location videos, along with the hands-on manipulatives which are on display over here for you, as well as the several game boards that are provided in the kit, along with the game cards that go with the game boards. So the kit, so to speak, can actually be moved from room to room, classroom to classroom, in case you've not been able to dedicate a space for the maths lab. So it's very functional and very easy to use. Let me demonstrate a couple of activities for you. I have over here one activity which uses these fraction bars. They come in different colors and different sizes, and what happens is that the child is asked to place bars under the bar for one hole to understand how many of, for example, halves equal one hole. So very clearly, the child looks for 2 bars that are equivalent to the one whole and decides that 2 halves are equal to one whole. It proceeds like this, wherein the facilitator could ask, find me a bar 4 of which equal one whole. And the student skulks around in these little colorful little manipulatives and discovers for him or herself that this symbol, which is called a fourth, is the one that it takes 4 of to complete one whole. And similarly for 1/8 and 1/16 and so on. We've had a look at the manipulatives. We now look at the second component of the hands-on bit of the kit, which are the game mats and the game cards. Here's an array of games which are accompanied with a mat. There are of course some games that don't have a mat, and this is the entire range that we have for classes 3 to 5 and 6 to 8, that is both the primary and the intermediate. Let's play, say, this one, Find That Measure. What happens here is that there are cards associated with area, volume, and perimeters. So you pick up the pile of cards and put them at that place. That's area, that's perimeter, and that's volume. And as the children play turn by turn, depending on which of these three they land on, they pick up a card. So even the dullest brains come alive, and the slow, lazy children also get excited by the proposition of beating their opponent. So games have a huge value to this extent, and you will notice when you play them that a child who sees this diagram in a textbook and cannot answer it can actually answer it in the environment of playing a game. You may lament, you may complain, you may suggest that there is little time to play games. How do you cover the curriculum or the activities for that matter? The games could be best played either during a week, which is suggested as a game week, or for those learners who finish their work quicker than the others, or as a reward for the entire class. You might want to timetable it as a once a week period, or it could just be a fun thing. The Maths on Location videos. We have abbreviated Maths on Location as MOL. These come in 4 DVD videos, which talk about situations where math is found in daily life, with specific reference to occupations. The concepts that are taught in classes 3 to 8 are actually spread across these 4 videos. However, the class that each video is best meant for, or the earliest stage at which a video should be shown, is mentioned in the appendix of the manual, so you could use that as a guide. Very interesting videos. Each video is not very long, 10 to 12 minutes, and shows a very exciting manner in which maths appears every day in our life. We come to component 4 of the Go Math product. Component 4 is instructional tools, abbreviated as iTools. iTools are tools that can be used for instruction in the class, but they're not regular hands-on manipulatives, as you have seen. These are virtual manipulatives which can be used either on individual computer screens for the students in the class, or if your school is interactive whiteboard enabled, you could project the entire thing for the entire class to view together. Details on how to use iTools are given in the manual in the appendix, as also of the various iTools that are provided, which work best for which class. But once again, do not restrict yourself by that. Feel free to use whichever one you want at what time. A word of caution: iTools is best used as a consolidation tool and not a teaching tool, because it is true that actual hands-on tactile manipulation is the best way for young learners to consolidate their knowledge and indeed construct meaning of what they're doing. Otherwise, they spend a lot of time just fidgeting around on the keyboard and having fun, which is also learning, but as I say, I would suggest that it is used later on as a consolidation exercise or a fun exercise once the concept has been fairly well embedded in the young learner's minds. This is what the opening screen looks like for the primary iTool packet. You have a number of options, and in fact iTools also caters for primary classes, and when I say primary I mean classes 1 and 2. So you do have these tools like using counters, base 10 blocks, number lines. So that's about it for the S. Chand Harpur Go Math. I shouldn't say that's about it, it's a whole new beginning. As you use and engage with the product, you will understand that it is a math lab with a difference. We'd love to hear from you and get your feedback, suggestions, and inputs on what worked for you and what did not. Please write to us in detail at gomath@sch.co.in. Have a good time, enjoy yourselves, and go math. Thank you very much.